Hi everyone, my name is Kris Ehnes, head golf professional here at the Breezy Country Club. Today we're going to talk a little bit about putting. If you look on tour at the best female and male putters, there's a lot of things that they do differently, and there's a few things that they all do almost exactly the same. So we talk about grip and how to hold the putter. There's a lot of uniqueness out there on the tour. You'll see claw grips and crosshand and traditional grips, and those can vary, depending on the person. Very personal, sort of their own signature on the putting stroke, and with all of those grips, you could still allow yourself to get into a really good position. So obviously they work different grips for different people. What we want to talk a little bit about today is some of the characteristics that all of the great putters all do. So we're going to go over just a couple of things today. There's really three that I've kind of want to focus on, that if we can do these three things, we're going to immediately putt considerably better. First of all, again, we could take our putter grip, whatever that is for the individual. We want our eyes directly over the golf ball. It should make a lot of sense in that if we're looking exactly up and down the target line, that will give us the best opportunity to align our putter and our body to that line. So eyes are directly over. We want our hands directly underneath our shoulders. That puts them in the most natural position possible. And from there, if our putters fit correctly, especially with length and lie angle, that should fit, lay flat on the ground, our putter head. And again, if the length of your putter is correct, we should create an inline condition with our forearms and our putter shaft. Any really good putter, maybe at your club, but definitely on TV, will use all of these three characteristics. Okay, so I'm going to go through kind of a little bit of an unusual way to ensure that you get in this position. If your putter is not the right length for you, that will become very obvious immediately. Okay, so again, we're going to do something a little bit different that we may or may not have seen, but we want to develop a little bit of a connection with our elbows directly into our rib cage. Okay, from there we can have it at a parallel to the ground. Stand up upright. We're going to bend our knees just a little bit and bend at the hips until that putter head reaches the ground. Okay, now I've developed, I have those three characteristics, and probably, maybe even more importantly, I've developed a connection between my arms and my body. If throughout the putting stroke, my elbows stay connected and close to the body from start to finish, it's going to be extremely hard to push or pull a putt. As soon as we become disconnected, whether on the way back or on the way through, that's where you're going to see your putting stroke get a little bit offline. Okay, so again, just to go through our little rehearsal here, we're going to bring our elbows in, lightly touching our rib cage, bend our knees, keep that angle exactly the same, and we're going to bend at the hips until that putter head hits the ground. Again, if your putter's too long for you, you won't be able to reach that position. You'll be standing too upright, which puts your eyes inside of the target line, puts your hands outside of your shoulder line, and puts us in a very vulnerable position, to be consistent at least. So again, elbows in. If they remain in from start to finish, the last thing that we have to worry about anymore is our putting stroke, and the only thing we have to worry about is our distance control. So we're going to try one here. Go through the routine just to ensure we get into a great position. So as long as my elbows stay in, the only thing I'm concentrating on right now is hitting the putt the correct distance. The more you focus on speed, the better you get on distance. Often we're focused a little bit more too on our line or our putting stroke and so on and so forth, but all this is really taken care of in our setup position. So we'll call it setting up to succeed. So we're in a really good position here. As long as my elbows stay in, I just really need to nail my speed. So a lot of us, when we're talking about more about the golf swing and we make a major change, that could take a little while to really get used to. I expect all of you, once we become connected, get our eyes over the golf ball, hands underneath our shoulders, and create that inline condition, all we have to do is focus on speed. Okay, so best of luck to all of you. I think you'll have great success, and your putting stroke should get better immediately. And again, the more you think only distance, the better your speed will get as well. Thank you so much.